A major education bill was on the table last Wednesday in the Indiana House. Find out how teachers and lawmakers responded. Hi, I'm Claire with CPTV News. We're going to tell you about that. Plus, we've heard about the supply chain issues throughout the pandemic, but how is it affecting us locally? An amendment to Indiana House Bill 1134, a bill inspired by critical race theory debates, was adopted by the Senate's Education Committee last Wednesday. The amendment includes the option for schools to create curriculum review committees, but will not require them, as the original bill would have done. It also removes a mandate requiring teachers to post a year's worth of lessons plans and materials online prior to the start of school. Further, it no longer allows parents to broadly opt out of lessons and materials. Lastly, the new version also removes language that would have allowed parents to sue school districts and included a pathway to revoke an educator's teaching license. Representative Tony Cook of Cicero said the House still has some concerns about the amendments adopted Wednesday, but the two chambers have, quote, really closed the gaps, end quote. Senator Linda Rogers of Granger sponsored the amendments and says the bill has largely been misunderstood. One of the residual effects of the pandemic is that of supply chain issues globally, and those same shortages are having an effect even here in our community, CPHS included. Grocery stores in CP, such as Strack and Van Til's, can be seen with some completely empty shelves where essentials like bread or water would usually be. Here at the high school, the theater department has been waiting on wireless microphones for 2 years, and the media department is waiting on a shipment of computer monitors, which were due to arrive last summer.
School placed an order back in May for new computers and monitors, and here it is February, and if you notice behind me, we're still having the old ones because the new ones still have not come in.
The shortage is not caused by the lack of production, but a lack of labor. A lack of workers has many concerned about how long these shortages will last. The Indiana Senate passed a bill last week that would prevent transgender girls from participating in girls' sports. The bill was authored by Representative Michelle Davis, who had this to say about the bill.
Everyone still has the same opportunities to play, just in their biological sex that they were born with. And the intent of the bill is just to maintain the fairness and equal opportunities for females. So we want to ensure that there's a fair competition and even playing field for females now and in the future.
Many people argue the bill is an attack on transgender students.
Them not taking into account a lot of things when it comes to how hormones work and in general just how transitioning works.
In order to become law, the bill would still need to be signed by Governor Holcomb. The Indiana High School Athletic Association contends the bill is unnecessary because their bylaws already contain language that places certain restrictions on students who identify as a different gender than the one declared at birth.
Hey, what's up? This is Sam with CPTV News. Russian President Vladimir Putin has ordered a full-scale invasion of Ukraine with help from neighboring Belarus. Earlier this week, Russia has recognized Donetsk and Luhansk as independent nations, sending troops into the region to protect them against Ukraine. On Thursday night, Russia led cyber attacks against Ukrainian government websites and began air raids of major Ukrainian cities like Odessa and the capital, Kiev. Putin opposes Ukraine's growing dependence on NATO, feels he could grow Russia's sphere of influence in Europe by taking and assimilating Ukraine. Major renovations to our square have been in the works. Prime Steakhouse has recently reopened after undergoing their own makeover. A new hibachi grill restaurant is set to open by the end of the year, and last September, the CP Historic Preservation Commission approved the demolition of the facade of a 1936 building on Main Street. The remodel will feature 2 new restaurants. For many years, CP has continued to update our square and surrounding areas like the addition of Bulldog Park and many new restaurants including Ramen District and Ricochet Tacos. The Robotics teams 1233G and 1233W recently won the VEX Robotics tournament at John Glenn High School in Walkerton, Indiana. The final match pitted both CPHS teams against 2 teams from Portage High School. CPHS defeated Portage 136-63. The 2 CPHS teams are now qualified for the state tournament at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on March 12th. The annual CPHS Fashion Show, hosted by the Fashion Club, returns next Sunday. The Spring Fling, as it's called this year, is free admission and will feature a showcase for prom apparel, a vendor fair, and a silent auction. The event will last from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and will have shows at 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. All proceeds from the event will benefit St. Jude House.
In CP Sports, the wrestling team won the state finals this past weekend at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, where they set a new state record while earning 178 points to second-place Brownsburg High School's 105 points. The team had 3 state champions, 3 runner-ups, and 3 other top 8 performances. Jesse Mendez ended his CP career having only lost 1 match and finishing with a record of 156-1, while also becoming the 10th Indiana wrestler to win 4 straight state titles. Other champions include Logan Frazier and Sammy Goyne, who will both be returning next year to try and repeat. Also on Saturday, the reigning state champion CP girls basketball team fell to Noblesville 62-41 in the semi-state championship game while being handed their first postseason loss since 2020. Noblesville doubled team CP seniors Jessica Carruthers and Lily Stoddard, limiting the star duo's scoring and held Carruthers to only 10 points for the game, ending all hopes for the state title repeat.
Obviously, everyone is disappointed about losing, about their seasons ending, but all the things that they've accomplished, whether it's the state championships, whether it's all the wins, all the different championships that they've won, but more importantly, how they've handled themselves, how they promoted our program, and there's such great examples of student athletes. Just wanted to reiterate how proud we were of them, and hopefully that they walked out of that locker room with their heads held high, knowing that they accomplished a lot.
Before we go, a quick look at our CP weather forecast.
Remember, for the latest in local, national, and international news, check in with CPTV News either at our regular CPTV Newscast here on Snapchat at CPTV_QuickCut or on Twitter at Crown T Media.